بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم لا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم الحمد لله رب العالمين وصلى الله على سيدنا ونبينا أبي القاسم المصطفى محمد وآله الطيبين الطاهرين لا سيما بقية الله في الأرضين. اللهم أخرجني من ظلمات الوهم وأكرمني بنور الفهم. اللهم افتح علينا أبواب رحمتك وانشر علينا خزائن علومك برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين. Alhamdulillah, we have tawfiq to continue our study of Aqaid al-Imamiyya. As you remember, we were talking about du'as of Sahifah Sajjadiyyah, and then the late Sheikh Muzaffar started mentioning some important points that these du'as teach us. The last and the sixth and the last one is ta'alimun nas وجوب مراعاة حقوق الآخرين. In Islamic spirituality, always closeness to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala comes with kindness to people, being considerate about people, being careful about the rights of people. So it's not a surprise that from these du'as we learn how to be careful about the rights of people and to help them. وجوب تعليم الناس وجوب مراعاة حقوق الآخرين, the necessity or obligation of observing rights of others, ومعاونتهم, to help them, والشفقة والرأفة من بعض, and they should be kind among each other, والإيثار فيما بينهم, they should prefer others to themselves, so that the meaning of Islamic brotherhood can be actualized. For example, in Dua 38 we read Allahumma inni a'tadhiru ilayka min madhlumin dhulima bihadrati falam ansurhu. O Allah, I ask for your forgiveness. I apologize for any oppressed person that in my presence he was oppressed and I didn't help him. I was seeing, I was present, I was witnessing this zulm and injustice and I didn't help the mazlum. وَمِن مَعْرُوفٍ أُصْدِيَ إِلَيَّ فَلَمْ أَشْكُرْهُ. Or someone extended something good to me and I didn't thank him. Not to thank is a great failure. وَمِن مُسِيءٍ اعْتَذَرَ إِلَيَّ فَلَمْ أَعْذِرُ. Also, I apologize for someone who did bad to me, who wronged me, and then asked for forgiveness. He apologized, but I didn't accept his excuse. We should forgive each other. وَمِن ذِي فَاقَةٍ سَأَلَنِي فَلَمْ أُؤْثِرْهُ. Or someone who had need and asked me, but I didn't give preference to him, didn't do ithar. Ithar means you give what you yourself may need. يُؤْثِرُونَ عَلَىٰ أَنفُسِهِمْ وَلَوْ كَانَ بِهِمْ خَصَاصَةٌ. You give preference to someone with respect to something that you need. It's not that it's extra. وَمِنْ حَقِّ ذِي حَقٍّ لَزِمَنِي لِمُؤْمِنٍ فَلَمْ أُوَفِّرْهُ. Or right of someone, a mu'min who has a right over me and I didn't give the right, I didn't observe and render. وَمِنْ عَيْبِ مُؤْمِنٍ ظَهَرَ لِي فَلَمْ أَسْتُرْهُ. Oh, a defect, a problem of a mu'min became known to me and I had the responsibility to cover it, to hide it, but I didn't hide it. إن هذا الاعتذار من أبدع ما ينبه النفس إلى ما ينبغي عمله من هذه الأخلاق الإلهية العالية. This kind of asking for forgiveness from Allah is one of the most creative and novel ways of awakening yourself to what you have to do. In dua number 39, which is the dua of Imam Sajjad for Talabul Afw wal Rahmah, we have something more. Imam alayhi salam says how you should forgive people who have wronged you, and warns you about revenge, and raises you to the level of qaddisin, to the level of saints who have no ego. This is part of dua 39. Allahumma wa ayyuma abdin nala minni ma hadarta alayh. O Allah, any servant of you that has done to me something that you had prohibited, didn't observe my right, he did something wrong to me and against your will. وَانْتَهَكَ مِنِّي مَا حَجَرْتَ عَلَيْهِ. He violated and invaded my right, my privacy, which was prohibited by you. فَمَضَى بِظُلَامَةِ مَيِّتًا أَوْ حَسَدَتْ لِي قِبَلَهُ حَيًّا. Either now he has died and my zulama, means the zulm that he has done to me, is now with him, he died with this, or he's still alive but he owes me because of this zulm. فَاغْفِرْ لَهُ مَا أَلَمَّ بِهِ مِنِّي. Please forgive for him whatever he has caused to me. وَاعْفُ لَهُ عَمَّا أَدْبَرَ بِهِ عَنِّي. And what if he has gone, whatever he has taken with him, or if he has robbed me, whatever he has robbed, anyway, whatever he has gone with it, please forgive. وَلَا تَقِفْهُ عَلَى مَا ارْتَكَبَ فِيَّ وَلَا تَكْشِفْهُ عَمَّا اكْتَسَبَ بِي. And please don't stop him and don't question him for what he has committed towards me, and don't disclose what he has done to me and acquired from me unjustly. And now this forgiveness that I have shown and I have requested to forgive, please also make this a kind of sadaqah, accept this as a kind of sadaqah for me. And actually one of the best type of sadaqat. Azka sadaqatil mutasaddiqin. Make this the purest sadaqah, because this is more difficult than giving money. That someone has done zulm to you, and now not only you forgive him, you ask Allah, please forgive him. Because why sadaqah is powerful? Because you have to give what you love. لَن تَنَالُوا الْبِرَّ حَتَّى تُنْفِقُوا مِمَّا تُحِبُّونَ. You have some attachment to this money, you have to give. And this sacrifice will make you better, will make you free from some detachment. Maybe not 100%, but at least it helps. Now, someone has emotionally hurt you. Someone has robbed you, either from your money or from your position or from, your respect, whatever. And you manage to forgive and ask Allah to forgive. This can be the best sadaqah. So we ask Allah to make it the highest and the purest sadaqah that any person who gives sadaqah gives. وَأَعْلَى صِلَاةِ الْمُتَقَرَّبِينَ. The best gift that those who seek nearness can offer. وَعَوِّذْنِي مِنْ عَفِّي عَنْهُمْ عَفَّكَ. And please, instead of or in return of me forgiving them, you forgive me as a return. وَمِنْ دُعَائِي لَهُمْ رَحْمَتَكَ. And I pray for them, so you in return please give me your rahmah. حَتَّى يَسْعَدَ كُلُّ وَاحِدٍ مِنَّا بِفَضْلِكَ. So that with your favor, all of us would become sa'id, would have felicity. I don't want to go to heaven and they go to hell. So please forgive them and please forgive me. وَمَا أَبْدَعَ هَذِهِ الْفِقْرَةِ الْأَخِيرَةِ. How novel and new is this last phrase. and how much it goes deep into the nafs, into the soul of good people, and nufus al-khayyira, good selves, good souls. لتنبيهها على لزوم السلامة النية مع جميع الناس. We should have good intention for everyone. We should wish good for everyone, even for people who have wronged me. وطلب السعادة لكل أحد حتى من يظلمه ويعتدي عليه. We want happiness for any person, even those who have wronged us. If they can change, if they can become better, if they can now start serving Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, doing good things, what is wrong with that? What is your problem with that? Why you want them to remain always under burden of zulm? Free them from that so that they can inshallah recover themselves. ومثل هذا كثير في الأدعية السجادية. In du'as of Sahifah Sajjadiyyah, there are many things like this. وما أكثر فيها من هذا النوع من التعاليم السماوية المهذبة لنفوس البشر لو كانوا يهتدون. And how many of such type of heavenly teachings which purify souls of people if they understand, if they are guided towards it. How many of these are there? Okay, alhamdulillah, after a good discussion about dua in general, 34, and then about Sahifah Sajjadiyyah, 35, now we go to number 36. عقيدتنا في زيارة القبور. Our belief about visiting the graves. This is also something that is important in the Shia culture, and some people, of course, appreciate. Some other Muslims have also this very much strong in their tradition. You see millions of people go to Medina to visit the Prophet. They want to go to Baqi. But there are unfortunately some people who not only don't appreciate this, they attack others because of this. So let us see what is the reason and what is the idea, what is the philosophy of this. Of course, as we said in this book, we are not going to mention all the arguments, but at least why Shia do this? What is their understanding? What is their philosophy, their mentality? مما امتازت به الإمامية العناية بزيارة القبور وتشييدها وإقامة العمارات الضخمة عليها. One of the things that Shia are distinguished by it, of course not that it's only for the Shia, but Shia are known for this, is visiting the grave. And here we mean grave of the Prophet and Imams and holy people, and making constructions like domes. And because of doing this, يُضَحُونَ بِكُلِّ غَالٍ وَرَخِيص, whatever expensive or cheap they have, they give, they sacrifice, they give their money. And iman and watib nafs, out of faith and with pleasure. No one is forcing them. They are not taking anyone's money. They are not using public money. They are giving from their own possession. Sometimes poor people give the little money they have, the gold that they have, the silver, the ring. Ladies, whatever they have, they give, and they build these places. So مرد كل ذلك. There are different, of course, aspects to this. There are some cultural aspects, domes, using gold, etc. We are not talking about all the details, but basically this great respect and attention that we have to these places, this is going back to the real, our advices, wasaya al-a'imma alayhimus salam. And our imams encourage the Shia to do ziyarah, to visit. وَتَرْغِيبِهِمْ فِيمَا لَهَا مِنَ الثَّوَابِ. And they encouraged the Shia to go for ziyarah and get the great reward that Allah has for the zawar, for visitors. Because this is one of the best types of acts of obedience and getting near to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. After performing your wajibat, ziyarat is one of the most highly recommended acts of worship. And these places are the places that are some of the best places in the world for acceptance of your dua and for your reflections, for being detached from anything other than Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, connecting yourself, strengthening your relation with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And it's a kind of also completion and accomplishment for our loyalty to our imams. Is inna likulli imamin ahdan fi unuq awliya'i. Every imam has some kind of covenant with us. There is a promise that we have made to our imams that we should follow them, and even their departure from this world is not going to separate us from them. Our love for them is strong as ever. So we go and visit them when they pass away. And whoever visits them out of eagerness for visiting them and confirming what they asked to do, then inshallah our imams will intercede for them on the day of judgment, as we have in Kamilu Ziyarat and Al-Kafi. He gives reference that when you visit, Imam alayhi salam will also visit you when you are in need, and they do shafa'a for you. There are different hadiths here. وفي زيارة القبور من الفوائد الدينية والاجتماعية ما تستحق العناية من أئمتنا. Also, there are lots of religious and social benefits which deserve attention, and this is why our imams pay attention to this, because it strengthens the ties of brotherhood and wilayah among mu'mineen and their imams. إنها في الوقت الذي تزيد من رابطة الولاء والمحبة بين الأئمة وأوليائهم وتجدد النفوس في النفوس ذكر مآثرهم وأخلاقهم وجهادهم في سبيل الحق تجمع في مواسمها أشتات المسلمين. So at the same time that increases the relation of wilayah and mahabba. Wala means love, wala means leadership. So it strengthens the relation of love or leadership between imam and their followers, and renews remembrance of what has been received from them, what their akhlaq, their struggle for the sake of Allah. Also brings in the occasions of ziyarah very diverse group of Muslims from different parts of the world. They come together ليتعارفوا ويتآلفوا, so that they know each other, they get connected with each other. ثم تتبع في قلوبهم روح الانقياد إلى الله, and also impresses them with obedience to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, leaves such impression on their heart, and listening to Allah, obeying to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and dictates to them beautiful contents that we have in these ziyarat, these recitations that we do when we read when we go for ziyarah, which is about reality of tawheed and admitting the truth and holiness or sacredness of Islam and Prophet's message, and also what Muslims should have with respect to strong and dignified traits of character, akhlaq, and humility before Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and gratitude for his blessings. And therefore these du'as that we make along with the ziyarah, along with meeting with each other, bring all of us together on the path towards Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and would leave enduring impact on us. It's not just for a few days that you are there or a few hours. The impact on us personally and socially is for a long period of time, if not forever. And then some of them, of these ziyarat that we recite, they have beautiful and very eloquent pieces of supplication also inside, like ziyarat Aminullah, that Imam Zainul Abidin alayhi salam recited when he was visiting Imam Ali alayhi salam, his grandfather. And also these these ziyarat that are ma'thura, which are received from Ahlul Bayt alayhimus salam, they teach us positions of and standpoints of Imams and their sacrifice for helping the truth and raising the position of the word of the truth, the word of religion, and how much they were dedicated to obedience to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And also they have come with a very eloquent Arabic and with clear wording so that everyone can understand. Ordinary people can understand. If you know some Arabic, you understand. If you are expert in Arabic, you appreciate more, but everyone can understand. And they have highest meanings of Tawheed and all the subtleties about Tawheed. So, he says, these after Quran, Nahjul Balagha, and du'as that we have like Sahifah Sajjadiyyah, these ziyarat that we have are great source for religious literature, and they are deposited with summary, khulasatu ma'arif al-a'imma, summary of the teachings of Imams alayhimus salam about religious affairs and about especially ash-shu'un al-tahdhibiyya, things about purification of the soul. Also, we have manners for ziyarah. There are things that we are recommended to observe when we want to go for ziyarah. And these also teach us and guide us towards what would emphasize on materialization of those concepts, so that you don't rush and say something and go away. You try to materialize those concepts. It raises the morals, the spiritual morals of the Muslim, and grows in them the spirit of being kind to the poor people, having good relation with other people, having good temper, and trying to be lovable to each other. So these are the things that we should do even before going for ziyarah. So here we refer to some of the manners, some of the adab of ziyarah. First, one of the things that we are recommended before going for ziyarah, for example, you have gone to Mashhad, to Karbala, to Najaf, you have arrived, you have put your things in the hotel. Before going for ziyarah, to do a ghusl al-ziyarah, ghusl with the niyyah of ziyarah. And this is good for physical health, cleaning. When you go to the shrine, you go while you are very clean, fresh. It's good for your mental freshness, but also this ghusl and wuzu are spiritual also ways of purification, because we believe that these acts of purification, ritual acts of purification, they have also a spiritual impact. So it's not just like taking a shower. These drops of water, as we explained about wuzu, become drops of light. And you can say, when you do your ghusl, you say afterwards, Allahumma ja'alli nuran wa tahuran wa hirzan kafiyan min kull da'in wa suqm wa min kull afatin wa Oh Allah, leave for me or put for me light, a means for cleaning and purity, and an adequate protection from any illness and from any difficulty that can happen and cause lack of progress, or stalks me. And clean, tahir bihi qalbi wa jawari, please clean and purify with this my heart, my organs, wa idhami wa lahmi wa dami wa sha'ri wa bashari wa mukhi wa azmi, my bones, my flesh, my blood, my hair, my skin, my brain, again my bones, please clean all of it with this ghusl. وَمَا أَقَلَّتِ الْأَرْضُ مِنِّي, and also maybe it means that, for example, when I put my, leg on the earth, or anything from me drops on the earth, any impact I have on the earth, a comprehensive way of cleaning and purifying myself and the impact that I have on the universe. And also please put for me a witness on the day that I need, day of judgment. وَاجْعَلْ لِي شَاهِدًا يَوْمَ حَاجَتِي وَفَقْرِي وَفَاقَتِي. When I am in need, I am poor. So the first thing he mentions is to do this ghusl. Number 2, أن يلبس أحسن وأنظف ما عنده من الثياب. To put on your best and cleanest clothes. Not to buy, not to go and get the best from the market. The best that you have. This is very important. He will talk about it later. So when you go with your clean and the best dress that you have, it gives you a good sense, feeling, but also the people that you meet will get good feeling, and brings also more love among people, because they are more easily connecting and relating to each other. So it's very important that when tens of thousands of people go, they all go with a nice form and nice presentation. And again, he repeats that not the best dress in the market, even if you can afford, you don't need to buy a new dress or expensive, the best that you have, so that everyone feels also comfortable. If you afford something expensive and buy, what about the poor people? So you shouldn't make it difficult for them. Number 3, put some perfume. Again, like having good dress, clean dress, having some perfume makes people feel better. Of course, not too much that would annoy people. Number 4, to give sadaqah. Before going for ziyarah, to give some sadaqah for poor people, and this helps them and also grows the spirit of kindness to them. Number 5, to walk with tranquility, with dignity, lower your gaze, and remember that you are walking in a very sacred place. It's not a place to rush. It's not a place, to talk, loudly to each other. A place that, for example, you are walking and eating. No, this is the place that mu'mineen are there, angels are there, and you have to be very careful. As Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said to Musa ala nabiyina wa alayhi salam, فَخْلَعْنَ عَلَيْكَ إِنَّكَ بِالْوَادِ الْمُقَدَّسِ طُوَى. This is a sacred place, and Allah said to Musa alayhi salam, this is the sacred place of Towa, and remove your shoes, your na'layn. So we have to observe. Or for example, Allah said, لا ترفعوا أصواتكم فوق صوت النبي ولا تجهروا له بالقول كجهر بعضكم بعض. When you go to these places, our imams, the Prophet, are alive, and we should not, raise our voice too much. We should not speak to each other. We have to be very respectful, and not to also make it difficult for other zuwar, push them, or put some kind of pressure, block their way. So we have to be very considerate. Number 6, to say takbir many times. Repeat as much as you want. In some du'as, for example, ziyarat, say, like 100 times. And this is a good reminder of greatness of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and there is nothing greater than Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And even when we say Allah Akbar, means Allah Akbar min an yusaf. He is greater than being described. So our ibadah is very clear that it is only for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and we don't, na'udhu billah, go there to worship our imams, or say they have some form of deity, na'udhu billah. It's totally opposite. It's a exercise of tawheed in the footsteps of our imams and the Prophet, who dedicated all their life to establish tawheed and to establish kalimatullah. Number seven, after completion of ziyarah of the Prophet or Imam, at least we do 2 rak'ah salat of ziyarah. This salat for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, like any salat, and we gift a reward to the person that we have visited. And also there are some du'as sometimes after salat ziyarah. Alhamdulillah, this one of the Laylatul Qadr we reflected on dua after salat ziyarah of Imam Jawad alayhi salam. So you saw what a beautiful dua it was. For example, he mentions one of these du'as in from Misbah Kaf'ami. Allahumma laka sallaytu wa laka raka'tu wa laka sajadtu wahdaka la sharika lak. Oh Allah, for you I said this prayer. For you I went to ruku. For you I went to sujood. Only for you. You have no partner. لأنه لا تكون الصلاة والركوع والسجود إلا لك. The whole prayer, and in particular ruku, sujood, which are pillars, are only for you. لأنك أنت الله لا إله إلا أنت. It's only for you. There is no God other than you. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد وتقبل مني زيارتي. Please accept my ziyarah from me. وأعطني سؤلي. Give me my request. بمحمد وآله الطاهرين. Because of your Prophet and household. So we are talking to Allah. We are worshipping Allah, no one else. It's very clear. He wants to clarify this for those, people who thought this can be a kind of na'uzu billah shirk or, association partner to Allah. It's by far opposite. وفي هذا النوع من الأدب ما يوضح لمن يريد أن يفهم الحقيقة عن مقاصد الأئمة وشيعتهم تبعا لهم في زيارة القبور. This type of manner that we have clarifies for those who want to understand the truth. If someone wants to understand why Shia and their Imams do ziyarah or recommended ziyarah, they can understand. And those people who are mutajahil, they know but they pretend they don't know. They know that why Shia go there, but they pretend they don't know, and they think we are going to worship the graves. This is a good response, like a stone of response to them. And he says it's very likely that these people who attack Shia and say Shia are going and worshipping the graves, he says aghlabu dhan, it's very likely that their purpose is to weaken this great practice of the Shia and make them less interested. At tazheed is opposite to targhib, means they want people to lose their interest because they see how much benefit the Shia community get from going to ziyarah together, spiritually, socially, from every aspect, economically, from every aspect. They get lots of barakah from this, and they don't want this. He says it's shawka fi ayna a'da al bayt. It's like a thorn in the eyes of the enemies. Otherwise, they must know what we are doing. Of course, we Shia have to also be very careful not to do anything that an honest person may misunderstand. Anything that an honest person may misunderstand. Those who are enemies, those who are hostile, those who are already have decided and closed their mind, you can never please them. But there are good people, good Muslims who are honest. We should not do something that gives them false impression, or things that Shia themselves are divided and some Shia don't accept. So there's no need to do those things which are problematic, and even our Shia community are not happy with it. حاشا أولئك الذين أخلصوا لله نياتهم وتجردوا له في عباداتهم وبذلوا مهجهم في نصرة دينه أن يدعو الناس إلى الشرك في عبادته. May Allah be glorified. It's impossible that our Imams who gave their life for Tawheed, for assisting the word of Tawheed and truth, then they say come to ziyarah for na'uzubillah worshipping us or worshipping our graves? It's impossible. Number 8, one of the also manners of ziyarah is to be a good companion for people that you go ziyarah with or you meet them over there. So this husn al-suhba liman yashabuh. So in your group, in your caravan, in your hotel, and also in the shrine, on the street, everyone that you meet, but in particular people that you go together, be a good friend, good companion. Qillatul kalam illa bikhair. Don't speak except if something is good. Remember Allah a lot, say salawat a lot, and lower your gaze. And also the brothers and sisters who are in help, who are poor, who are needy, to help them and to do all the requirements of taqwa, to refrain from what is haram, to avoid quarreling and arguing, and also swearing and making lots of qasam. These type of things you should avoid, so that you are in a very good spiritual, peaceful condition. And the reality of the ziyarah, the core and essence of ziyarah, is not except salam, sending salam to the Prophet and Imams, because they are alive and they hear us. As we say, for example, in ziyarah of Imam Raza alayhi salam, Ashhadu annaka tashhadu maqami wa tasma'u kalami wa taruddu salami. You know I am here, you hear my word, and you reply to my salam. So they hear us and they give reply to us. And even if you say Assalamu alayka ya Rasulallah, this is ziyarah. Of course, it's better to say ziyarat which are ma'thur, which are transmitted to us, we have received from Ahlul Bayt alayhimus salam. But even if someone is in rush or for any reason says Assalamu alayka ya Rasulallah, ziyarah has happened, because the main thing is to say salam to them. And this salam is of course a spiritual salam, it's not formality. I am at peace with you, and I am at peace with whatever you wanted, at peace with your community. Salmun liman salamakum wa harban. All of these things that come with this salam. So it's better to recite those which are ma'thur, ziyarat which are ma'thur, have been received from Ahlul Bayt alayhimus salam, because they have lots of beautiful ideas and things that we have to aim at achieving, and they have also great eloquence, and they teach us how to grow from every aspect. Okay, alhamdulillah, number 36 also finished. Inshallah, the next session we will talk about the meaning of tashayyu. What is the meaning of Shia in the eyes and sight of Ahlul Bayt alayhimus salam. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen.
Thank you very much, Sheikh.
You're welcome.
27th night, alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah.
We have time for one or two questions. The first one is, how can someone overcome the waswasa they experience while completing religious duties such as salah or wudu?
Yes, very good question. First, you need to learn the fiqh requirement, because sometimes we have doubt because we don't know. You learn your fiqh requirement and then try to do it with common level of care and accuracy. Don't be perfectionist. Don't let too much doubts come to you. It's good to be careful, but when you see that you are becoming waswasi, leave it and just do as normal mu'mineen. What other mu'mineen do like them. Even for someone who has become waswasi, if he or she is sure that it is wrong, they should ignore. just as other mu'minin are doing, it's enough. Even if you are sure that you are still not, for example, clean, your qos is not okay, your salat was not okay, leave all these doubts. Just do a normal salat like everyone else. If they spend 5 minutes on salat or 5 minutes on qos, whatever they do, just do it and leave it. But before everything, learn your masail, and with common level of accuracy, try to do it. Not too much, not too little, not too much, average. And even, as I said, if a waswasi person even is sure that my salat was wrong, my qos was wrong, they should not pay attention.
Thank you.
Go on.
The second question is, when we recite Quran for someone who has passed away, for example, how is it that they benefit as well when it is not them completing the action?
Yeah. This is one of the blessings of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that we can gift people with spiritual gifts in the same way that in dunya we can give hadiyah to each other. We can also offer spiritual gifts to each other, but the main person who benefits is the one who gives. Even in dunya, when you give a hadiyah to a mu'min, you benefit more spiritually. In these things, of course, is the same. You benefit, you remember your, for example, parents who have passed away, I don't know, teachers, martyrs. You do something on their behalf, you give to them, you benefit more. But Allah gives them also something, which is very important. But it's never like, for example, them doing for themselves, or for example, the benefit that you take for, doing this on behalf of other people, unless someone who is in a very spiritual position, sometimes maybe if they offer something, they would help more than if they had done it themselves. This is also possible. Or sometimes it's also a matter of sadaqiyya jariyah. For example, if your child does something for you after you die, this is not like a stranger who doesn't know you. The child is someone that you have somehow invested from your life on him or her. And if they do something for you, it's a kind of sadaqah jariyah, because you have trained them, you have brought up them. So, or in the community that you have been serving, if the community does something, it's part of your initiative. So you have done something. But if someone, a stranger, just asks for forgiveness for other mu'mineen, so this is a general requirement of our ties of brotherhood. Inshallah, everyone will benefit. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala very much loves that we care about each other, whether we are alive or we are dead. In a series on social engagement, Islamic lifestyle, one session we talked, according to Atullah Jawad Yamal's book, about how to treat the dead people. So these are inshallah available, and if not soon they become available. You can have a whole lecture on how to treat the dead people and how much reward is for doing something on their behalf.
Thank you very much, Sheikh.
You are welcome.
We look to continue to take advantage and benefit from you as much as we can, inshallah, in these final few nights.
Inshallah.
To conclude the program, I'd like to now pass it to Brother Hadi Al-Khafaji to